Yo, welcome to the Scoop with Dukes. I'm your host, Philip Dukes, aka Dukes D Scoop. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Dukes D Scoop, and please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Hey man, it's a very, very special occasion. The Colorado Buffaloes have just hired Brennan Marion, Sacramento State head coach, as their offensive coordinator. What a hire! And I got my man, Steph Brown. You probably know him. He's been on the channel before. You saw him at Colorado Showcase last year, training Jimmy Horn, training LaJohntay Wester, training the best wide, training Lad McConkey, training the best wide receivers in the NFL. If you know, you know. And man, Step, man, appreciate you getting on with me tonight, my brother.
Oh man, appreciate you having me always.
Man, so look, Step, let me ask you this. We talk about the go-go offense, but before we get there, let's start here. How did you meet Brendan Marion?
I met him. It's really kind of crazy because I shot him. I shot him a DM like when he was at Pitt, his first year at Pitt, and I just kind of just was paying attention to like the videos he was posting, like training and stuff like that. So I like hit him like, yo, G, like respect what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Would love to
Yeah.
like tap in with you, like like stuff like that. So it was just kind of it was just kind of internet type thing, and then they they played. So they were in the Peach Bowl. They were in the Peach Bowl one year, and they played Michigan State, and they practiced at Georgia State. And one of my buddies,
Okay.
like my buddies, worked at Georgia State at the time, and he let me come down there and watch a practice. So I had like sent like Marian a video, like, yo, like I'm in here, like he was like, oh man, like you know what I'm saying, you down? He's like, I forgot you from Atlanta, like I got a ticket for you to the game. He was like, sure, to the game, but I just saw how he was moving out there at practice, and you know what I'm saying, how he was interacting with the receivers and like type of some of the drill work and stuff he was doing, and I was just impressed, and you know what I'm saying, I was always a fan of his.
Let me ask you this. What makes him special to his offensive players? Like he always has guys from Atlanta, from guys from my area, guys from your area. Don't matter where he is, he signs guys from Atlanta.
Right.
Why?
I mean, he's a people person and he's a player's coach. You know what I'm saying? Like you always want to be relatable to your coach. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like that. Like before I even got into coaching and stuff like that, he very relatable. Like when he got to Pitt, they probably had the most drops in the country. They probably were the worst room in the country. And then he ended up having a Bolitnikov winner. He went to Texas and had Xavier Worthy. And you know what I'm saying? What he just did at Sac State and what he did at UNLV. And, just the stops he done been, like, even at the high school level. And, just showing, like, he was at Kentucky Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, just showing,
Right.
like, everywhere he done been, he can adapt. And I think, like, people pay attention to that. And, he got notable people out here that show him love and stuff. So people pay attention to that.
So you called me last weekend. I missed the call, right?
Yeah.
Then we talked. Oh, okay. Hey, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
Talk about it.
All right. And you told me when I called back, you said, "Hey, dude, I got something for you." And I say, "Hey, if you talking about what I'm talking about, we talking about the same thing."
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
When you found out he was the guy, what was your first thought about Colorado?
It was a perfect match made in heaven. It was a perfect situation. I saw that Coach Prime had let Juju, like, he wanted him to red shirt. That's just an testament to how much he cared about the kid. Like he didn't want him to burn a year, and he cares about him. You know what I'm saying? He cared about like what he could bring to the program. And I just, when I found out Marion, like he was up for the job, I was just like, that's a perfect fit. You know what I'm saying? Just because just the things he done and like, innovate his own offense. And like, he's one of the hottest names in the country, but he also put the time and the work in. He's a family man, you know what I'm saying? Like he got kids of his own, you know what I'm saying? But he still finds ways to pour back into the community, pour into the kids. And then, also like it's hard being a head coach. He was a head coach this year, you know what I'm saying? And he did everything he needed to do, to at least be in a position to, for Coach Prime to get eyes on him.
When Coach Prime laid eyes on him, and you look from the outside at the offense, you hear go offense. What is the go offense?
Well, to me, it's really unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? You got a two-back system with three receivers. You can. He does a lot of different things. Like people think it's a run first type of deal, but we trained Ricky White. He played for him for 2 years. He has 1,000 yards. So it's like I think it's a version of the old like run and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mm.
shoot back system. Um, it's predicated off what you see. Like he lets the quarterback be the point guard. So it's like you find instances like how many people you got on the line. Like are you getting man coverage? Are you getting zone coverage? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to cover every part of the field. But I think he has a lot of fun with it because just depending on who he has in it. Like I think that offense is good enough just to get guys off the street and they can play in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. So when you say guys off the street, that means that as long as you got guys with a pulse that can catch the ball, they can be successful.
Yeah.
But what type of guys do you feel like will thrive, wide receiver wise? What type of receivers do you feel like thrive in this offense?
I don't think it's like a limit. Like he had all type of different type of guys. Like when he was running it, bigger guys, smaller guys, fast guys. Saying quick guys, like gadget guys that people didn't really think were receivers. So I think it's just a thing with like just getting the offense down. Like I said with Rick, he was an inside and outside guy. He played outside one year in the system, and then he played inside the next year. So it's like I think once you grasp the concepts and like understand what's going on, and like his biggest thing is like when you play receiver, you got to be able to block. Like he's like it's just a saying, no block, no rock. So I just think like
Mm. Oh,
any
whoa. What's the saying?
no block, no rock.
Hello.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to block to be able to get the rock, and it's like he played receiver, so he understands like, and he was a really really talented receiver at Tulsa. So it's just like it's one of them things with him. Is like he pays attention to the small details. Like he loves like being around the quarterbacks and like embracing the linemen, and just seeing like how he is, just high energy every day.
When you think about a guy like Juju in his offense, what does success look like for Juju integrated into the go-go offense?
I think it's a match made in heaven, honestly, because it's like, you look at Coach Marion, like you look at all the guys like he's been with, and it's like with Juju, he's a kid that like he could thrive in probably any offense for real, just depending on what they put around him. But I know with Coach Prime, like him being who he is, like in the recruiting world and stuff like that, he gonna put plenty around him to be good. But Juju, he's like you look at him, you look at his game, it's like he's a really really accurate thrower. Like he understands, like he puts guys in different positions, like to make plays. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll have two backs back there for him. Like you always have max protection if you're trying to go something deep. So he'll have 7-man pro all the time, and it's like just depending on what they use, how they implement stuff. I think Marion can build a lot of good stuff around him.
Running backs in the go-go system. You actually helped him get one of his first successful running backs at UNLV. Talk to me about how you helped him get one of the most successful freshmen in the country.
So it was Jaden Jet Thomas. I remember when Marion he left Texas. He called me. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna be the OC at UNLV. Like I'm gonna run my system." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "I need a back." I was like, "You want an older guy? You want a younger guy? Like what I'm saying? Like what do you like? Tell me what you need." He was like, "I just need a back that can go." I said, "I think I got somebody for you." So I said, "When I send you the film, like if you don't like it, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta call me back. But if you do, like let me know. We can make a move."
Right.
It probably wasn't 5 minutes. He called me. Like he was like, "Who is this? Like who is this kid?" I'm like, "Man, he probably has one offer. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't really have nothing on it. Didn't have a 247 recruiting profile. He was under recruited. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like it was a match made in heaven. I think that was on a Wednesday and he was on a visit on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? So it fit like, sometimes like kids get overlooked and you just have to, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just have to like be there for them and like understand like, okay, you can go do this. Like this offense fits you, you know what I'm saying? And like he did what he did the last 2 years at Westlake, you know what I'm saying? And he put the film up. So it's like it spoke for itself. He was a qualifier. He got the grades down. He did what he needed to do. So it was, like I said, it was a match made in heaven for him. And I'm glad he made that transition.
What type of backs do you feel like flourish in this offense?
I think like just looking at the guys that he had at Sac State this year and like Jet and them other guys, it's like, you don't have to be the biggest guy. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the bats got to be a home run hitter. And I think the other one kind of got to be more so like, your downhill runner. Like I think it's got to be outside zone type guys and inside zone type guys. So it's like I don't really think body structure is a big thing. It's just more like, can you be in shape? Can you get in here? Can you learn scheme? Like, handle the business. And then like I don't think he has a preference on like what you look like. As long as you run hard, you protect the ball, and you know what I'm saying, you get downs and touchdowns. So I think that's.
So when it comes to the offense, first down, when you see like how does this offense attack first downs? Is it more so we want to get ahead of the chains by throwing the ball? Is it more so we want to run the ball and get a couple of yards so you have a second and manageable? What's the ideal look when the series starts for this offense?
I think with him, it's like, you stay ahead of the chain no matter what. You establish the run game first. You know what I'm saying? You establish the run game, and you just take what we give you. You know what I'm saying? Marian, like, he calls it, like, even when he was a head coach, he called it himself. So it's like, it's all what he sees. So it's like he's really the kind of the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, he makes the quarterbacks be the point guards too. So it's like you get to do RPOs. You also get to do, you know what I'm saying, intermediate throws and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So it's like just watching the offense and seeing, like, how they move the pocket, like the route concepts, like seeing what's going on. Like he'll hit me sometimes like, hey, I need a deep threat. I need a guy that can get across the middle. I need a guy that can work the middle. I need somebody that's quick, you know what I'm saying, work the option route, stuff like that. So people just think it's run game dominant, but it's like his quarterbacks thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like they really thrive. So it's like, I think with him it's just more like just being at that level and being able to coach like these guys at that type of school with the type of head coach they got to prove that he can still, make it work.
What is Marion's draw? Like we talk about him being able to get guys. Like he was able to recruit the south side of Atlanta, your hood, my hood. He recruited our whole area for real. It's kind of wild to me, right? Because when you see him with a cowboy hat on, and it don't look like you think it's gonna look, but it's different.
Yeah.
What is it about him that allows him to come into Atlanta and always pull guys out?
He's real, you know what I'm saying? Like he wears the cowboy hat because he owns a farm. If my coach owned the farm and, you know what I'm saying, I'm showing that's money, like I'd be happy too, you know what I'm saying? But I think he can adapt though, you know what I'm saying? He's from Pittsburgh, it's a kind of a rough area up that way. Like he came from Section 8, you know what I'm saying? Like he understands what's going on. He talks about it all the time. Like he got one of the best sayings I ever heard, one great year to change your life, you know what I'm saying? That's why I started like really, really like following that mantra, just because it's like, it's the truth, you know what I'm saying? And you look at it with him, like look at the one great years he's done had, you know what I'm saying, that turned into multiple years for him. So
one great year.
Yeah, like literally. So it's like I think just practicing what he preaches and understanding he has an identity in what he wants to do. And he just finds the guys that fit the identity.
When you talk about the identity, dive into that. What's the identity of this offense?
I think, me personally, you establish the run game, and if I got a quarterback that can make the right throws and the right reads, like we'll kill you both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna run the ball. Like we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna do that regardless. You run the ball, you be effective. We get man coverage. I got these guys that can beat man. We let our quarterback do their thing. You know what I'm saying? We sprinkle some quarterback runs in. Like, we stay ahead of the chain. We do what we need to do. Like inside zone stuff, outside zone stuff. Also getting the running backs involved in the pass game too. You know what I'm saying? Like he does a lot of that. So it's like it's so many different ways he can attack you. You know what I'm saying? But I always feel like, he gives a lot of credit to them old linemen. Like he really gives a lot of credit to them old linemen because that offense don't go without them linemen. So he has to trust the front five. And then it's like, just seeing like little wrinkles. Like I coach Little League ball. Like I use some of his stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you see his offense is on the game now. It's on NCAA. Like it's different. You know what I'm saying? So he really created an offense that people like they know and they love now. So I think it's really, really cool.
What does it mean to have a homeboy, to have a partner that actually created an offense that's on NCAA? He is the author. He's the one that wrote it. This is his offense.
Yeah.
You know him. This your real partner.
Yeah.
How does that feel when you can get on NCAA football and you can say, the go-go offense, I know the man that created that. What's that mean to you?
It's a blessing because it's like, they'll talk about this for years. It'll be in books. You know what I'm saying? It'll be passed down. Like whenever he decided to hang it up and stop coaching, they're gonna talk about it for a long time. And it's like just knowing him and like picking his brain on stuff and like asking him why he does this, or like, you know what I'm saying, like sending him some plays like, hey, I tried to do this. What you think about this? Like it's a blessing, like because I'm a football junkie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do my own offense. So it's like he motivated me to do it too. Like, you ain't gotta be nervous or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Just go out there and like try it, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no such thing as a stupid idea. You know what I'm saying? You just put it together and like you believe in it. And if you believe in it and you get 11 guys to do it, you can win games.
I want to give Colorado fans kind of frame of reference of what they can expect.
Yeah.
Walk us through how Jimmy Horn, let's say they go 3 wide receivers. Walk us through where you would put Jimmy Horn, LeJontay Wester, and I ain't even gonna go Trav Hunter. I'll go Will Shepard. And you've trained all three of these guys.
Mhm.
Walk me through how you would use them in the go-go offense for reference for those that don't know.
I mean, me like if I'm just thinking about like just them three guys right there, you put Will on the outside, you put Jimmy on the other outside, you put him on the same side with DeJounte, put him in the slot, and you get your two backs. Now, you still gotta factor in Trav, like it's Trav, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Like,
for sure, for sure.
he would just be like anything like if Trav like the type of production that he had, like winning the Heisman, like stuff like that. It's like anything inside the 20, inside the red zone, he gonna be my outside guy. He get all the one-on-one stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got LeJounte, like he can control the middle, he can run option routes. You know what I'm saying? Like he can hit you up the seam. Like Jimmy, he just straight speed. Like they throw a lot of daggers, they throw a lot of big posts, like stuff like that. So it's like he step on toes, get on safeties right now. So I think that you got Will. You probably put Will at the X, probably put LeJounte, like put LeJounte at the F, and then probably put Jimmy at the Z.
Hey, walk us through the X, the F, and the Z for those who don't know.
The X, your backside receiver. Usually win one-on-one, big body guy, possession type of guy. Just depend. It just really just depends on the offense. But in this offense, it's like he can win the one-on-ones. Like he can hit you long, hit you short. Intermediate stuff, long stuff. Your F is your slot guy, your mover. He can get jet sweeps. He can get reverses. He can run option routes, corner routes, shake routes. Anything controlling the middle. Got to also be able to block and move around. In your Z is like that's really your guy. You know what I'm saying? Your guy that you can, your swing guy. He can move around, do whatever you need to do, run every route in the route tree. Also can win against man, win against zone, like everything like that. So it's just the letters just kind of determine what you do within the offense.
Let me ask you this: is the Z on the line or off the line, or it just depends?
If he got a slot with him, he'll usually be on the ball.
Okay.
Ball, yeah.
How does a tight end fit? Is a tight end the F? Like, what happens? How does a tight end get incorporated in his offense?
It just depends. So, like, your F is usually like I done seen him use an F as a bigger body guy, and I done seen him use an F as a tight end type body guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen his Fs like be bigger guys. He motion them in, like, for run game stuff. Also use them in the pass game. But he still, he'll still line up in like, big personnel too and use tight end. So it's like it's not just the two back set. It's like it's different ways to use the guy. So it's like I'm playing backyard football, but I might have a running back right here. It might be two backs in the backfield, but I can move him over here and turn it into doubles now. Or it's like we could be switched one way, or we just put both the backs out, or we could be in empty. So it's a lot of different things you could do. But I think it's an offense where it's like tight end slots, like anybody can thrive. It's just like once you learn it and you grasp it, like when you really really get it, he can get exotic. You know what I'm saying?
As a guy who has a ton of talented receivers in high school and college that go to the transfer portal and who are signing in schools, what makes you want to send your guys to Coach Marion? Now you send your guys everywhere, but you send guys to Coach Marion. Why?
Just the type of person he is. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be real with me. He's gonna let me know, like, if a guy ain't handling his business or pulling his weight, he's gonna let me know when he's doing good. He's gonna let me know, like, you know what I'm saying, the things that I need to work on with him at home. You know what I'm saying? Just giving me like the things that I need. And he was also like gave me an open window to come sit down with him and show me like exactly what it is too. And it's like I get a lot of drill work from him. Like we just talk aces and O's all the time. Like he checks on me, so I know he'll check on his players. You know what I'm saying? Like he makes sure I'm good. And, it's like I just he's like that. He's like that uncle or that big brother like that they could be out there with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then some of these kids he like a dad to him. So it's like I think it's that feel of like, and I've never met a parent where he's met them or like talked to them or like dealt with them and they didn't love him. So I think it's more of like he's gonna be hard on you, he's gonna push you, he's gonna want the best works for you, but also at the same time, like he's gonna also let you be the type of player that you are because that's just who he is.
We see offensive coordinators that were formerly quarterbacks. We see offensive coordinators that were formerly offensive linemen. We see some that were formerly wide receivers and some that were formerly running backs or tight ends.
Yeah.
What makes it special when the OC was formerly a wide receiver like Marion?
I think it's unique. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew like just you look at his stuff from JUCO and like Tulsa, like he broke records in Tulsa. Like he didn't have a whole bunch of catches. He had like a lot of yards at the catch. He had a lot of yards. So it's like I think it's unique because he sees it from a quarterback perspective, but he played receiver. So it's like he understood like, okay, if I play receiver, I can't get the ball if I don't have a run game. or I can't do certain things, or like my line isn't good, or like my quarterback isn't making the right reads, or if he's not, like not staring down the defender or like staring down his read or anything like that. So I think it's really, really unique because he sees the game a different way. And it's like, it's just cool because he gets to call it because it's his offense. So it's like, he can close his eyes and probably not even have a play sheet and just call it. So that's pretty cool.
Let's say Colorado next year is down 7 with 3 minutes left. How would you see a series going?
He's going to go fast and tempo. He's going to move the ball. And he's
Fast
going
and tempo.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of them people, like he controls the flow of the game. You know what I'm saying? He controls the flow of the game. And when he has really, really good trust in his quarterback, like he'll let him go. You know what I'm saying? And it's like with him, it's like they run a lot of really, really good concepts in their offense. Like a lot of really good concepts where it's like, okay, our biggest thing is like, as play callers, you know what I'm saying, the people like that, like if I have guys on the outside, like I'm trying my best to get them man coverage. So it's like if I establish this run game for 3 quarters and I can get my guys that I know without a shadow of a doubt can make these plays man coverage, like that's the easiest part.
All right, my man Apostolo 6, he's a member. Shout out to the members of this channel. He says, how do you think this hire will impact overall recruiting, including defensive players?
I think it'll be big, just because it's like, even with the defensive guys, it's like what guys wouldn't want to play against this type of offense and be on the same side of the ball with him. So it's like I can see different things on game day. And just Marian, like I think he's recruiter of the year when he was at Texas. So it's like he recruits all around. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not just like, oh, I'm just over here type guy. Like he'll pull up like wherever. So I just think like, with him, and he's not one of them guys like where, well, I'm just gonna recruit offensive guys. Like he'll go in there and really tell Coach Brown, like, hey, we need this guy, like defender, like D lineman, like whatever. Like him being a head coach, so he had to do that anyway. So he had that experience.
All right, Lethal Gaming Incorporated says, how is the go-go versus the blitz?
I mean, you got to think like anything like with blitzing and we running the ball, like you got 2 backs back there. So like that's when your RPO stuff come in. You know what I'm saying? Like you blitz somebody, like we could throw it, we could run it, we could do whatever we need to do. Like it's all about the checks in that offense. So it's like it's kind of like a version of the triple option a little bit, but at the same time, like I could beat you with the run or the pass, and my quarterback can move around too. So I think that's a bonus.
Let me ask you this: you met Coach Prime, like we was out there together.
Yeah.
How do you feel like he fits in with Coach Prime?
I think
personality wise.
I think it's a perfect fit because Marian he's a person that he always wants to learn. You know what I'm saying? And he always wants to be around people that know more than him and been around, you know what I'm saying, like been around the game longer than him. So it's like I know him and Coach Prime gonna hit it off because he's probably gonna ask him a million questions a day. Like, you know what I'm saying, just how he feels about stuff and like how he sees things or what did he do like when he was doing certain stuff and just getting knowledge with him about being a head coach and like, like being a dad and like doing things a certain type of way, like marrying a real person, like he down to earth, you know what I'm saying? Like you can get on the phone and talk to him about anything. And I think him just being around Coach Prime, he gonna look at it like wow, like, like who didn't look up to Coach Prime when they was growing up? So it's like it's gonna be one of them things where it's gonna be really exciting for him.
Let's say you're a defensive coordinator, and you're trying to stop the go-go. What do you try to send at that offense to try to stop it?
You cannot have less than 4 D linemen in there. You got to go 5 down. Your DB's got to be really, really good if we're gonna play man. You know what I'm saying? Like I would go with a 5 down front. So I definitely, because it's like you got 2 backs back there, so you kind of at a disadvantage anyway. And your linebackers got to be really, really fundamentally sound and flow to the ball. And your DB's got to be able to come up and make tackles in open space.
Man, you know what? Big Mike said something. He said, follow the breadcrumbs. Nicole Lynn Clutch Sports is his manager. Nicole Lynn husband used to coach for CP. Hey, It get even deeper than that. We ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it gets what? Listen when I tell you. Steph, how? Never mind. I'll leave it there. But it gets deeper than that for sure.
For sure.
Hey, Apostolo 6, he put $50 on this one, man. Appreciate it, Apostle. He said, will Brennan bring his own staff? Can you give any intel to any potential offensive assistants? And you don't have to give anything if you can't, but that's a question.
Kind of got an idea, but it's all predicated on Coach Prime. I'm pretty sure he'll have like suggestions or ideas about stuff, but at the end of the day, it's got to get approved by the big dog. So, hopefully he can get his guys in there where it's easier for him to implement the offense, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring guys in with him that's the installed it, know it, what I'm saying, stuff like that. So, hopefully he can get in the guys that he really wants to be there.
All right, we're gonna give y'all a bonus. All right, so we know who the number one target is on defense. Me and Steph know. And let me ask you this, Steph. How do you feel like the target on defense, and we're not gonna say her name, we're not even gonna get no clues.
Right.
But when you look at Marian and the target on defense, who they may be bringing in, we don't know if he's the coordinator. We don't know what he is. We don't know if he's a play. We don't know what he is. But there is a target that's coming that's gonna make noise.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you feel like Colorado will be with these two hires if they make it?
It's a home run, grand slam.
Grand slam.
Like I just knowing, like, I wouldn't care if he was just in there on the recruiting staff. Like, as long as he in the building, you know what I'm saying? But, hopefully he gets what he deserves. Like I said, go through the head, man. And, is hopefully like he sees what we see. And
yeah.
It's gonna be some fun practices for Well Out Media. I know that.
Hey, boy, you stupid. All right, man, listen. Man, Steph, like, what's next for you, Steph? Like, matter of fact, before we talk about what's next for you, let's talk about, man, what did Coach Prime say to you when y'all met? I saw y'all talk. What was that conversation about?
I mean, he was just just kind of checking me out. Like, when I came out there a couple times, and he was just just kind of watching me, just kind of watching how I moved and just seeing how I was doing. And he's kind of one of them type people. He just sits back and kind of pays attention. So I had came out there for about 3 weeks, like twice a week for about 3 weeks, and I would eat, like, with the guys, and I'm sitting down and he would just watch me. And then the first thing he ever said to me, he came up to me, he was like, man, my son like you. My son like you. He was talking about Shador. He was like, my son like you. He was like, I don't really know why, but my son like you.
Hey, Pride Crazy, man, give you a compliment. You don't even know what to say. Thank you or what? You just,
yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I was in the cafeteria. Like, it was like the day before pro day. We was in there just eating. I was with LeJohntay and Jimmy, and we were sitting down, and he he's with his security, and like, it was all out there. So I'm sitting down, I'm eating, and he came and sat down where I was at. And they was chopping it up and they was talking. Like, I'm just eating my food. Like, I wasn't, like, I'm here all, you know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing, just speak when spoken to, so
yeah.
And he just started asking me just little questions about myself, like, where I'm from, like, everything like that. And he was just telling me, like, like, I've been watching you, like, I see how you move, like, you be here, like, you care, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, when pro day came around, like, I was just chopping it up with him, and he just embraced me. He didn't have to let me out there. Like, he didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to, he didn't even have to let me be there. But it was just, he just kept seeing my face. And, like, he saw how I was working and everything like that. And like I said, I appreciate him for just letting me be around. And, Bucky just showing me love, and, Shador, and, like, them boys, like, they were just really showing me love, because I was just being myself. And I wasn't trying to, like, be out there in nobody's way and, you know what I'm saying, step on nobody's toes or do nothing. I was just trying to just work and, just be out there, represent Jimmy and LeJohntay and, Will the right way.
When you were training Jimmy and LeJohntay and Will in some capacities, like, I saw how you and Shador kind of linked. Yeah. Talk to me about that interaction between you and Shador.
Yeah, I mean, Shador is, like, he's just a great person. You know what I'm saying? Like, people view him a certain type of way because he coached Prime's son, but he was just embracing me. Like, he just saw how the boys, like, drew to me. Like, they were like, hey, y'all lock in. Like, make sure you get your depth on your route. Like, make sure we're doing this right. Like, it would be some stuff, like, he kind of wanted to put in the script or take out of it. And he just saw how detailed I was. Like even at pro day, like, he was just asking me, like, he's like, hey, like, man, I missed that throw, man. Don't worry about it. Like, just move on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Daryl, he was calling the script and everything like that. And I was just, just talking him through stuff, like, just telling him, like, at the end, like, he asked me, like, how many drops do we have? Like, how many incompletions did I have? Like, stuff like that. So he just knew I was just on top of my game with stuff. And then just, just him just allowing me to be a part of, his pro day. You know what I'm saying? That was just a blessing for me. And then like he just saw I was in there to work. Like I wasn't in there on my phone. Like I wasn't in there trying to like be all around nobody. Like I was just in there to work. And like he showed me love. Like he gave me some gear. Like he gave me some merch. Like what I'm
Yeah.
saying, he rocking with me. So I just like I appreciate him. And like I told him, like it was never no issue or no problem. Like whatever he needed me to do. Like say we worked out with him in Miami. At the University of Miami. So he was kind of familiar with me and just he embraced me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Shador really don't like he's cool with everybody, like, he gonna do whatever he wanna do, but he ain't really locked in with too many people. So
He careful.
yeah, I
Nah,
appreciate
he careful.
that for sure.
Steph, for those that don't know, can you just give some names of some people that you've trained, whether it's been pre-draft or post-draft or already in the league or high school? I don't care where you train them. Just give kind of a list of a who's who of some guys that you've trained.
Yeah, so me and my brother, we got a wide receiver training company that's Top Shelf Performance Wide Receiver Training. And some notable guys that I trained, Lad McConkey with the Chargers, Josh Downs with the Colts, Jamari Thrash with the Browns. Um, shoot, we got we got so many guys, man. Like it's just I don't want to leave nobody out, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
notable guys. Like we got a lot of guys in college, even from the youth level all the way up. So it's just like it's a blessing, like we got LeJounte and Jimmy, and like guys like that. So it's one of them things where it's just a blessing, like just to be able to, be a part of these. But like I always tell them I appreciate them because, if they didn't really believe in what we were doing or, TJ, he trains like, we got all our guys like in one company, but it's like certain guys like, they draw to him and then certain guys draw to me. So it's like, just, him allowing me to, be myself within the whole company and train guys and, like also be able to like spread the brand, like stuff like that. So it's a blessing. And like, I thank all them guys that work with us.
Man, still let me ask you this, man. Like for guys like us, like we get it out the mud. Like me and you get along so good because we got similar backgrounds and we got similar work ethic. For guys like us who kind of pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps. Now, first of all, God put us where we supposed to be, but we did the work. When you see a guy like Marian get a opportunity like this in front of the whole world, like even when he got the head coach job at Sacramento State, it was big, but we couldn't watch him.
Yeah.
Now, every game, somebody is going to get to see the go-go offense.
Yeah.
What's that mean to you as somebody who also got it out the mud?
He earned it. And nothing was ever given. You know what I'm saying? Like he always does like motivational quotes on like social media and like tweets and stuff, but it's all real. Like I got a saying all the time, it's like be who you post to be. Like
Hello.
be the person that you like the stuff that you post, be that person at all times. So not like with him everything checked out, like he always like motivation, like what I'm saying, like being a kid from, like certain areas and coming from certain stuff, like he overcame a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it's like taking the job that other people didn't want, coaching at a high school, you know what I'm saying? Like working his way up, like doing the things that, people didn't say. Like he said all the time, like these athletic directors hire somebody with a tattoo on their neck, you know what I'm saying? Tattoos on their hand, you know what I'm saying? It's like he come from it. So it's like just seeing him, like it don't do nothing but motivate me like even more and even more because it's like now like dang, like I could do that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't ever try to, like be like nobody or anything like that, but it's more like if he could do it, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? So that's real motivation.
All right, before we get out of here, Steph, how important is Marion to this year's signing class? Like, it's some guys, without giving too much away,
Yeah.
what do you expect or how do you expect this to impact recruiting going forward?
I mean, it's major. You know what I'm saying? Like I think with him, he just happy to just be in there, be able to,
Yeah.
get Colorado and stuff on, get on the PJs, move around and see people. You know,
Right.
like I know he's one of the type of people he can't wait to sit in the house and FaceTime Coach Prime and like let him talk to the recruits and stuff like that. So that's a blessing, and just him just selling the right things. You know what I'm saying? Like not just football, but also academics and stuff you can do in the community, and just being a well-rounded person. He already preaches about being a well-rounded person, and like you look at Sac State this year, they had no off the field issues. They had no problems. Like he got all these boys in church, like. A lot of these boys, they gave their life to Christ, and I doing, and I think he's gonna bring a lot of impactful things to Colorado because it's like like, you know, the type of season they had this year, you know, that type of stuff happens. Like, you know, one thing about Coach Prime, he gonna get up and come to work every day.
No,
Man,
for sure.
like him having him in the building is, I think it's gonna just elevate, you know, like the grind.
Hey man, Steph, man, I appreciate you, dog. Man, 3,100 people at least stopped in, bro. This is crazy.
So
Steph, hey, Steph, man, you always turn the show up though. You feel me?
I
But
just, I just come on and keep it real, man. You know, anytime you call me, it's all love and I don't mind.
man, I tell you something, man. And while we having a live moment, man, if y'all don't know who Coach Steph is, I'm gonna give you a real story. My son was so timid when it came to playing football. I mean, a real live timid guy. And this dude went crazy last year after I took him a step. We quote unquote dropped him in the grease. He was scared to go out there with y'all, man. We got the best kids in Atlanta. And Step got something out of him this year, man. And the whole city proud of Cam for real. And part of that is because of what you did. Talk to me about how you train and what it is that you do to get the best out of the youth, no matter how old. Cam was 11. Matter of fact, I got Cam to you at 10.
Yeah,
and he ain't snapped till he got 11.
He came at 10. And I think with me, it's just, you know, with the training, like, people don't really understand with me, like, it's not really like a whole bunch of coaches and trainers that do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get a different version of me as a coach and you get a different version of me as a trainer. When I'm your trainer, it's more like I can adapt with you, I can laugh with you, I can kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of, you know, like be there for you in a certain area. But when I coach you, it's different. Like, you know, with Cam, it was just more like, no, you can do this. Like, whatever they do, you can do. You know what I'm saying? But it's like not even just him, it's just more like, I don't think it's more even about the drills or like you know what I'm saying? I don't even think it's about the X's and O's as a coach. I just think it's about confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to
Yeah.
be confident in what you're doing. Once you get confident, like, it ain't nothing that you can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, like, I walk around with confidence. Like, people know, like, I'm never going to put myself down. I'm never going to put people down around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want everybody to win, but at the same time, like, if we compete, I'm here to win. You know what I'm
Hello.
saying? That's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I've been blessed and fortunate enough to be around like really, really good trainers and really, really good coaches who I kind of like took stuff from and, you know what I'm saying, just kind of made it my own. And it's like at the end of the day, like I'm from Atlanta, like I talk the talk, like I walk the walk. So it's like people really know like, okay, when he speak, we listen. And I ain't that old, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still kind of like, I listen to the stuff that these kids listen to. Like I get in their world. So it's like, they don't really like be looking at it like, well, like he tripping or, you know what I'm saying, this and that. And it's like, I'm not confrontational. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what it is. Like, you don't have to come back. I'm gonna take your money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, I want to help you with your situation, but if you don't want to help yourself and get around and, you know what I'm saying, do what we need to do and try to help you put you in the best situation, because I can advise you, I can consult you, I can train you. You know what I'm saying? I talk to your mama, I talk to your dad, I talk to your grandma. You know,
Hello.
games, I ain't tripping. Like, I go make sure your auntie and them ate, like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't make no job too big, you know what I'm saying, too big for me because I don't have no kids, I don't have no girl or nothing like that, or like no wife or nothing. So it's like I'm accessible to a lot of things, but I'm also learning too. Like you can't make yourself too accessible because you know, like some people try to take advantage of it, but at the same time, like I've been doing this long enough to understand. Like I done touched a lot of lives, and you know, my brother TJ, like he been also a big influence in what I'm doing, and you know, he let me spread my wings and let me be myself. You know what I'm saying? My way, like, you know, doing it my way, like, you know, it may not always be like how everybody wanted to be, but you know, it worked for me. So like, you know, I just always try to tell these kids like be the best version of yourself, and like, you know, if you believe in yourself and you believe in your craft and getting better and putting the time and the effort in, like good things will happen.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. Right now, 3,500 people at least done stopped by here, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. 3,500 people done got to see us. A cat from College Park and a cat from Oakland City really get out here and pop it in front of the whole world. Because one of our partners really popped it in front of the whole world, man. Step, man, it feel good, bro. I appreciate you, man. Man, where can everybody find you on social media?
Everybody can find me on social media at Coach Brown _MDN or Top Shelf _Steph STEPH. That's the Twitter and the Instagram for both. And like I tell you, Duke, all the time, man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? What you doing out here, man. You touching lives. You helping these kids. Like you doing stuff for these kids that they couldn't imagine. There's a lot of stuff you do behind the scenes. Like, and I'm a big believer in giving people their flowers before they die. You know what I'm saying? Like
So,
they give you your flowers. So it's like I always tell you, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, for reaching out to me and embracing me. And, you know, like just a younger, you know what I'm saying, like a younger black brother. I look at you like a big brother, uncle. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
So,
it's always bigger than us outside of here. And like, just thank you for what you're doing. And, you know, the type of father you are, the type of businessman you are, like, just keep doing what you're doing because God got a lot in store for you. I always appreciate you.
hey man, I appreciate that. But let me tell you something. Folks don't know. Hey, Highway 29 ain't that far between. Roosevelt Highway ain't that far. Lee Street ain't that far between Oakland City and California. Yeah, boy, we done parked in front of the whole world. Matter of fact, what you finna do, nigga? Hey, what we doing?
It's just, man, you know me. I'm one of them people
Nah,
like.
I don't hit all that shit, man. I'm finna call you, man. Hey, show over. Hey, man, appreciate y'all. Steph, I don't know if we doing magic. I don't know what we doing, but we finna do it. Let's do it, fool. I hit you in a minute.
All right, man.
All right, boy. Hey, man, love y'all. Appreciate it, for sure.
What do, man? What do? Maybe